That is absolutely incredible. Happy New Year 2023. Today is January the 1st, and I get to test out my final load for the 27 RPR, or what some are calling a 27 Creedmoor AI. Here is two cases that we're going to be working with. The one on the right is the Fireform case that I've developed. You can tell that the shoulder is not blown out. And the case on the left is a fully fire-formed case with that 40-degree shoulder there. What I've done is I've loaded up at 43 grains because I want to see the difference between a fire-formed and a unfire-formed case, what type of velocity difference I'm going to get. I'm thinking I'm going to get less velocity, but that's just guessing because of the powder space inside of there. And then I've gone ahead and loaded up. So I get dirt on these cases real quick. I've also loaded up 1 grain increments of 45 grains, 44, and 45 grains. And we'll see what the cases are looking at. And I don't think I'm going to get much higher than 44, but that's my speculations. And I also got a different muzzle brake on here. The other device I had was a flash hider, and I really didn't like the way that the rifle was handling with that. So we'll get this out. I don't have my typical shooting equipment. As you can see, I'm getting my car worked on. And so let's get this ready to rock and roll. I still don't have my gas tube in, so it's not going to cycle. First shot is the needed to be fire-formed case. I just want to make sure that the crony is running true. Safety. And the crony's good. I'm going to do one more. Go ahead and fire form this case. All right, now this is the fully formed case using 43 grains of a Vitavari N550. What we're looking for is pressure and velocities, and I'm just going to guess where to aim. I'm going to aim at that bottom left diamond, and my camera's lined up right on that. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Let's see what 44 does. Go ahead and aim at the same point. Oh, we broke 3,000. 3,005. Looks like we got a little bit of reverse flow. I gotta do it. Let's send one more. Alright. Yep, it's sticking. That's 3084. When it does this, I'll show you guys how to get this out. I learned the hard way when you're shooting super hot loads. This was my aim point. And check this out. We got another double. Look at that, with one landing there. That is absolutely incredible. Quick case review. This is 33 grains right here. This is 34, where I said had the reverse flow, meaning the powder is not only going forward, but it's also coming backwards outside of the primer pocket that's there. And this is the 35. And this one is the one that was jammed up in the chamber. And you can see there's definitely a shine and a bite when I rub my finger across that there. So I'm going to stick at 33.5 grains, which is the difference between these two here, and that should give me 2985 FPS. Traditional method to remove a jam case is to get your charge handle into your dominant hand and to do what's called the atomic drop, where you basically slam it down on a hard surface as hard as you can and pulling the charge handle back at the exact same time. But I have bent multiple charge handles doing that with an AR-10, and I figured there's got to be an easier way. So the first thing you got to do, all you need tool wise, is just the biggest Phillips screwdriver that you have. Typically this is a really hot charge because it's not even showing any room right here. As you can see, a modestly hot charge would give you that space in there, but it's not. But if you look this way, try to zoom in, see that little bit of light? All you got to do is shove your screwdriver in there and pop it out. And I'm not gonna be able to do this with one hand, so let me get my camera set up. By the numbers, I'm going to use 43.5 grains of Vitavare N550, which is only 0.5 grains higher than the charge weight that I'm using to blow out the shoulder. And the average velocity I was getting with that is 29.25, which is still a really good number. But with the fully fire form case with a 40-degree shoulder, I'm getting 29.70. So using that 0.5 grains, I believe I'm going to get roughly 29.85, 29.87.5 to be exact. I basically split the difference between that and got 35 and then divided that in half to get that number there. So at 500 yards, the bullet will be traveling 1887 FPS, roughly, depending on all the environmental conditions. Hammer bullets suggest 1,800 feet per second for the bullet to expand properly, and that's 1,051 foot-pounds of energy for those of you who are interested in those numbers. I will adjust the quick load information there, but the last thing I need to do is I have found a couple camo patterns that I want to potentially paint this. Now, I'm not going to paint the lower or this back end because I've got another build. This goes on my 6.5 Creedmoor, my 300 WSM, but I definitely want to do a camo pattern on the 27 RPR that's here. So I'm going to throw those here. Give your suggestion, comment, and that's what I will do. I'll get these fully loaded, and hopefully we will get something down in the next month. Happy New Year's, January 1st, 2023.